you know what you're getting involved in if you're willing to participate.
Are you going to kiss any of the guys?
Definitely, definitely.
What's up? Today's topic. Ooh. I ended up watching the documentary on the girl who did the 100 Guys. Because it's a documentary that they did about everything.
You mean the prawn?
No, it's a documentary.
Oh, okay.
But there's some really interesting parts, so I figured we watch some of this.
I'm open. Not as much as her, but
Not as much as her legs.
Lamborghini doors.
All right, let's take a listen.
Have you like recognized any of the names in here of people that you might know?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's been some guys like outwardly say like we used to go to school together.
Wow.
Or some of like dad's friends and stuff like that.
What mess?
There's been some guys like outwardly say like
Have you ever received any scary message on here that like something that frightened you or made you feel unsafe?
some people's requests are sometimes way too much. Like I had literally last week, like, can you put a bag over your head and pretend to be like suffocated?
Can you pretend to be suffocated?
Yeah, put a bag over your head
Oh, yeah.
and pretend to be suffocated.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's too far for her. Not 100 guys, but that.
Not 1,000. I mean, I don't want to act. I don't want to act like I'm suffocated. That's too much. If I got to choke, let me choke, bitch.
It depends obviously on the request, but stuff like that I probably won't do. I don't want to encourage it. Like that, for me, I don't think that's doing helping
What if someone
society.
offered you $1 million to do it?
I probably would bend my morals for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Bend my morals is a wise choice of words for when your job is you bending over.
Is that what they call it now? The waist? Damn, girl, got nice morals.
This guy's paid for a bottle of spit and a 6-minute video.
You did what, sorry?
I paid for like a bottle of spit, like just me like spitting into a bottle.
And is he going to receive that? Or?
Yeah, I'll send it in the post.
Now, let's take a look now at the actual 100 dudes in the setting up of, because in this documentary, they kind of cover some of the behind the scenes stuff, and it does get a bit gross.
What Lily had shown us so far was fairly in keeping with most creators on OnlyFans. However, what she was planning to do in a couple of weeks' time had never been seen before.
This is where the applications are coming through.
Where the guys are messaging him. I had it switched off for a little bit, so it's just...
So how are you doing this? You put out a phone number
Yeah.
and people can just apply?
Yeah, so I put out a little Twitter post.
Lamborghini doors. Lamborghini doors.
All you do always have to send in a photo of you holding your ID. So this guy's from Belgium. He is 32. Oh, he's from Barbados. Jesus. We're going global.
Is this just going to be completely random as to how you pick them?
Yeah. Like we said, we prioritize the ones who have STI checks.
Prioritize people with STI checks means that it's not mandatory.
Mm-hmm. Meaning if they got 55 that did that and then they can't get more than that, it's going to be that.
So the thing is, there's a reason why, at least in the prawn industry, everyone has to get tested. And it's like very malseen to be just sleeping with women off camera, raw, whatever it might be. Because once it happens, once there's a slip up, you're banned from the whole industry. This girl's about to let 100 randoms who are incredibly thirsty, who are willing to fly anywhere, who are desperate for some poon, inside of her raw. And all she asked for is an STI check, which isn't even mandatory. And doesn't mean much. You can fake those, 1. 2, you could also just dig an STI check and then within that time sleep with somebody else. There's already enough risk when you're sleeping with random people out here in the streets. There's even more risk when you're sleeping with dudes who are this incredibly thirsty to stand in line. Because you have to think the mentality of somebody who's willing to, because I'm not gonna lie to you, the men in me are just as pathetic as she is, if not more. She getting paid. You standing in line to rub with other guys and get an STD for free. No, not even free. Some of y'all flying in, so you're spending money to get sick. Yuck.
Can I say it?
Say what?
This is a sickness.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I'm nervous for is like for them to have a good time. I want to make sure they enjoy themselves and don't come away from it like, oh, I feel disgusted or that wasn't fun. 2006.
Oh my God,
So
how does that make him? So it 18.
18, yeah. I mean, he does look 18, doesn't he? Hey there, I know I'm late, but would love to you and lose my virginity.
What a horrible way to lose your virginity. In the middle of some train on a prawn star.
You know what's fucked up? While you're standing in line. It's your first time, boy.
Nah, this is an L, bro. I don't care what nobody says. To me, this is a bigger L for men than it is for anyone else. Because as nasty or whatever she is, thousands upon thousands of dudes signed up to be part of a train. Y'all are nasty.
This is
She's nasty, but she get paid. Y'all are nasty.
100%. 100%.
Ugh. Losing his Hey man, imagine losing your virginity and you see more dudes than ladies.
I think other people in the industry definitely look down on me for doing this, but I think at the end of the day, people forget that it's also my fantasy.
It's your fantasy to catch STIs and STDs? Yeah, people are looking down on you not because you want to be freaky, but because you're a fucking idiot.
It's really because of the risk that they're looking down.
Like, any of these guys could have HIV. Any of these guys could have whatever else, syphilis, or lifelong things you're going to live with. This is like a super spreader event, and you think about it, because if she got something, she's giving it to 100 people, and if they got something, then they're giving it to her.
They're looking down on you because of the risk, not because of the... You have the means to make it safer. That's the thing. That's the worst part, is that you actually have the means to make that thing safe. To make it safe for your future partners, your future workers, and stuff like that.
Yep.
But you decide to, no, it's going to be on y'all. It's one of my fantasies. It's a bit selfish. What am I saying? It's selfish. And that's why people are looking down on it. Yep. And you're saying it like there's no risk. Like they're kind of crazy about looking down on you a bit.
I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun.
I understand.
Syphilis ain't fun. Stupid.
Our filming was interrupted briefly by a phone call from Lily's mother. Apparently, she calls Lily every day.
Mum always call me every day. What have you been up to today? I'm just getting railed. What are you?
You've obviously spoken to your parents about this, right?
I actually haven't. My parents know what I do, but I'm not on the phone to them every day going, oh, you know, I just got DP'd. I'm 17 guys today. 17 guys today.
Hey mom, how are you? Oh honey, I'm over here baking cookies. Great. I just had a cum cookie. Oh, oh hey dad, how are you? Oh yeah, I'm working in the garage. Okay, wait 1 second. Oh daddy, fuck me harder. That's weird.
No, you don't like that? You don't like... What you doing, Dad? Laying some pipe? Me too. You know?
Yeah.
You don't like that?
Nah.
What's wrong with that?
They don't need to know the logistics.
Of course.
I do feel a little bit like embarrassed being like, Mum and Dad, I'm 100 guys. I feel a little bit like embarrassed being like, Mum and Dad, I'm 100 guys.
Why?
I guess because it's not really what my parents would have wanted me to do.
You think?
I mean, imagine looking at your 3-year-old kid, right? You look at this little baby girl, beautiful girl, and you're just like, I hope that one day.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. We're good. We're good. We're good.
And it's not even different if I had a son. I'd be like, oh, look at this handsome young man. Man, I hope you lose your virginity in a train.
Choo-choo.
Tom is a train? Yeah. I'm sorry.
You used to watch Hogwarts Express, now you're going to have Genital Warts Express.
How are we looking? We're 1 week away.
I think we've got about 50% of them confirmed.
And then you're checking that they've done an STI test?
Yeah, so prioritising guys who have STI tests. They have to screenshot the results kind of thing. But this is the thing with it, like you can never 100% know if they've had an STI test. And even if they had, they could have slept with 10 girls in between the test and things like that. It's more just like, you know what you're getting involved in if you're willing to participate.
Are you going to kiss any of the guys?
Definitely, definitely.
Oh, yeah, I'm Johnny. It's my turn. Yeah. Oh, let me get that off your face. Yo, this is the nastiest thing I've seen all year. Yo, imagine this. Yo, it gotta be dank in that room. You can't leave the windows open because people fucking, and this is a residential area. No. So the windows closed, so you better have fans and shit. And all the napkins ooh, ooh. You know people miss this shit, ooh. And if she's a ooh. Listen, even myself, you know, after a session, I gotta open windows, you know, kind of air it out because, like, you know, some physical activities. 100 niggas, and there's cameras and lights. Oh my, because we be cooking with this light.
Why do you think that would put them off?
I think it's more if someone's to my face. I can imagine that's what's put another guy off.
So you would let like these guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yeah.
What if they had HIV?
Is that where it comes from? With spunk in the mouth?
Can.
Well, no, but the fact that you don't know these things is kind of weird.
Okay, we're on the same page.
So that's just not how you transmit it?
Before you even engage into that, you're asking that questions? Oh, there's a lot more steps that we need to do.
Yeah, that's why people in the industry don't respect you. You are nastier than I thought. And not because of what you did, but more than how you did it. What you did is nasty too, but how you did it is probably the most disgusting part of this whole operation.
I can't really explain it. I get like serotonin, like from when people are like, oh my God, you're that on the internet.
Sounds crazy.
I know, and I know you're saying that to me right here, but I don't believe that.
Really?
No.
I kind of love like ruffling feathers a little bit and people getting a bit like agitated by maybe the fact that I'm messed up. People think I'm
okay. Mental health.
Yeah.
That's mental health.
Just as we were starting to think the Queen of Southampton was right, and this was all a hoax, the first man arrived.
I guess I'm here for the thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a bit early.
I'm Josh, by the way.
Oh,
Hey, nice to meet you.
I never really think about things before I do them, so I've just kind of do them and then think, oh, you know, was that okay? But yeah.
We received a text from Lily's team asking us to not draw attention to the rented Airbnb where the stunt was set to take place.
She's asked us to not be around the property so we don't draw attention to it.
So I asked lucky participant number 1 if he wanted to go for a stroll while we waited for Team Lily to arrive.
So you're obviously a subscriber of Lily's on OnlyFans?
I'm going to be honest with you, it was only when she said.
So you got a text, but they sent the address quite late, didn't they?
Yeah, just this morning. Funny, like on the text it was like, you know, if you have any friends who'd like to take part, and I was like, oh my.
Yo, they were so desperate for contestants, they probably invited some random dudes. They were asking for random people to jump in.
One of the men participating agreed to speak with us after having spent his allotted 5 minutes with Lily. He had flown in from Switzerland just for this.
So I came last night and I'm leaving basically after. I went for the authentic experience.
Okay.
I had pie.
Pie,
Yeah,
British
in the
pie,
pub,
pie and mash.
Yeah.
How long have you known or been a fan of Lily Phillips?
Since the beginning, I would say.
Yeah, I came for the authentic experience. I had pie and a side of British whore, and then now I go back. You could have gone to the UK. You know, you could have gone to a pub. Could have gone to a Premier League game. Could have taken the tube. Had your ears blown out. My man went in there.
Not everybody likes soccer, bro.
And slipped.
Not everybody likes
My
football.
man called it soccer.
Not everybody likes soccer, but they like to get sucked.
Did you ever think you'd be able to have sex with her?
No, never.
And today you did?
Yes.
Were you nervous this morning going in there?
Yes, especially when I saw all the guys that queued.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was definitely nervous.
Were you worried that maybe some of the other guys aren't going to get an STI check? Or?
A little bit, but also I think the risk for the guys is maybe less high than for her. This gonna has to be the most expensive shag ever.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
200 to get tested, 250 for the flight, maybe 800.
£800 and worth it?
Yes, without a doubt.
800 pounds is about like $1,100 US.
How are you doing? How's it going so far?
That is a small room and the windows don't look open. Oh, Jesus.
And they're not going to change the sheets.
I mean, they got to change sheets. I mean, I'm not going to say they got to. They should.
There's a lot of things that they should do that they're not doing.
Facts. You're right. You're right. I apologize.
So we're gonna. Oh yeah, the sheets.
You're
really?
right. All right. Let's see.
Before we think about the sheets, my friend. Hey!
However, we were able to speak to another man as he left the Airbnb, although he seemed shaken by the experience.
How are you feeling?
Saw someone I'd normally do, but I saw it. I thought
much wrong.
Yeah.
I think I saw it and I just thought, fuck it, might as well just do it.
And like, how long did you get with her?
She said 5 minutes, and then halfway through, she said she hadn't started the timer, so she said like 5 minutes from now. Which was all right.
So you got to back.
Yeah, just literally time.
Do you know how many guys had gone before you?
No idea. No idea.
Yeah, like, is that what?
Well, yeah, but I don't really know. You know, I just thought.
Are you happy you did it?
A little bit. I'm just a bit nervous really if anyone find out. My dad would kick me out straight away.
Really?
Yeah.
A little bit, you know.
My dad would kick me out straight away. Yeah, I got $20. His dad's Muslim. Guy looked a little light skinned.
Lily offered to show me the aftermath of their stunt.
Oh, it stinks.
What does it smell like?
Like brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh, holy
I guess it.
I don't know why I ate before this video. This makes me more queasy than Asmongold's room. Yuck.
Lily then walked us through the process that she had repeated 100 times that day.
Come on in, make yourself at home, take your shoes off. I've got some hangers here if you want to put your coat up.
Hearing her say, come on in is crazy.
Where you travel from, say, oh, lovely. Yeah, oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'll get you on the bed, make yourself comfortable. Yeah, we kind of got straight into it.
Did you do the with a condom on or?
No,
No,
I
condom
didn't. Condom off.
Yeah, this is 1000% shameful.
And how are you feeling?
Surprisingly, downstairs is not really sore.
Okay.
It's more just tired. My eyes sting like nothing else.
Why?
Because of all the cum in it. I think I repeatedly.
When was the last time you ate?
I had I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And I think I had a.
You're the little pastry. You're creamed. Toaster strudel. You like your donuts glazed? I'm dead.
It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like. It's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like.
That's called damage to your soul and to your psyche. Yeah, it's probably not the same thing as like knowing a performer, talking to them, having conversations, setting anything up, all professional. Then seeing a line of dudes just queue in to treat you like a hole they can fucking bust into, and then treat you in disgusting ways. Neither are that great for your mental and your soul, but one is exponentially worse, I have to imagine. Look at her energy right now. How different it is than how she was talking before. And then she says she wanted to do 1,000 dudes. It's like, oh yeah, bitch, you broke it for show.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry. It's okay. No, it's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
The cameraman definitely is funny because as she's talking, he changes the focus so you can just see the napkins on the floor in the bedroom. Yuck. Good camera work.
He knows what he's doing.
But yuck.
The awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to make them come if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't, like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
For you to be crying because you didn't give a bunch of strangers access to every inch of your body for as long as they need for them to feel good, yeah, you have a problem where you feel the need to please to that degree some random people. It's not a good quality. She's essentially self-harming for other people's pleasure, and she feels like that's the thing to do. I mean, think about it, right? If some guy was punching himself in the face for other people's money, we'd probably say that dude has mental problems, would we not?
100%.
Why?
Because you're self-harming. If you were a streamer and that was your stream thing, I'd be like, and after that you're screaming because you're crying about, I don't know, I didn't give them enough for my money. I didn't get in for their money. I was trying to hurt myself, but you know,
yeah, you're right.
Paid so much, and that's
yeah.
Course, that I'm gonna say it.
Taco shit.
That's crazy.
That's
100% crazy.
Yep.
There is definitely something there, and definitely mental health. You don't have it. Yeah, but you're not a specialist. I don't have to be a firefighter to know there's a fire.
Sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. in my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like, if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know? I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah, and obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down. Yeah.
That is the first time that in one person I see the slave and the slave master. It's like, you said this and that, and I feel bad. Think you feel bad? Well, you know, you have to. The only person pressuring you is you. Well, there's a dude, but the thing is, you promised. But like you said, well, when you promise your pum pum, it's okay to let people down, and you set all these parameters, and you don't have to. You could have tapped out and reimbursed some people. You could. It's easy for me to say because I'm not in this situation and stuff like that, and never will be.
Well, I mean, it's actually not that different. Content creation, a lot of people who make YouTube videos, or they
Slave to
feel
that.
pressure to make their audience happy. Because it's like, we want 10 videos, and so they burn out. Or they're the ones who put pressure on themselves to constantly deliver because they want their audience to be happy. Plenty of people do this.
To that extent, it's just the degree that is different. But yeah, plenty of people do this.
Yeah,
They
to
don't
unhealthy
listen
degrees. It's just, you know, with her line of work, what is a healthy degree is even smaller than everyone else's. And secondly, what she does puts at risk of lifelong diseases. It's completely different risks than what we do. You should be able to say no much easier than us because you're providing something that's much more risky. If someone did rock climbing for YouTube and the audience was constantly like, all right, we want you to climb this spot, we want you to climb, I would expect that rock climber to say f***ing no to some things, especially without gear.
I'm not going to climb the Everest without gear. I'm not doing that.
Just because the audience is pressure, you don't feel the need to please everybody. Like, it puts you at, this is that, she pretty much might as well have climbed Everest without gear. Because she probably has STDs. Yep. I'm sorry. Whatever.
I'm going to do it because that's what you guys wanted. It's a weird sentence.
1,000% she's got mental problems. And there's, I hope there comes a day when she goes to therapy and figures that shit out and looks back on all this and goes, what the fuck was I doing? This is some of the dumbest shit ever. But I digress.
And if she doesn't, it's even worse than I expect.
Yeah. Some people say that, you know, oh, it's a free country, she can do whatever. Absolutely. Everyone can do whatever they want. She's publicizing it. She's talking about it in the world. She's making money off it. It's okay for us to talk about it too. And it's okay for us to say, we don't think most citizens should do this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, there is an inevitable tidal wave of people who want to make money and are willing to do depraved stuff to make that cash. Whether it's prankers like Johnny Somali or whether it's girls like this, you know, everyone is willing to debase themselves to some degree. Well, not everyone. A lot of people are willing to do that. So, you know, as much as we can sit here and go, ew, nasty, this is horrible for your health, whatever, she's getting compensated incredibly well. And for most people, that's enough. It is. And as bad as whatever she doing is, just remember, there's a bunch of streetwalkers who are doing this for not even 1/100th of what she makes. So yeah, when you got thousands of people who work every day in worse conditions who would take her place for that kind of money, how can you ever say this shit gonna stop?
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
I've seen you say on podcasts and things before that your family and your parents are proud of you and what you've achieved.
Well, my parents knew straight from the start, like, about what I was doing. Yeah, I was just very open with it. Obviously, at the start, they were a bit apprehensive because they want me to be safe and they want me to make good decisions and stuff like that. I just think I can't hold myself back and do something that I'm scared what other people might think.
Your parents must be very sort of forward-thinking and open-minded, which is great, because I think if I told my parents that I was the UK's biggest cunt, they'd probably...
I mean, that's... the fact that she's just taking it on the chin, jokes and come included,
No, man,
I gotta give it to her.
There's worse than jokes.
Yeah.
1,000 guys. If you could take 1,000 guys and not take jokes,
Yeah. So
my brother.
So she talks about the origins of how she got into this gig.
But you don't struggle to have with that.
No. Before I had, I was never much of a... I actually wanted to wait till marriage at one point.
I just used to think it was a real special thing. As soon as I actually did it and had, I kind of realised that it wasn't special. And also that I just really loved it and really enjoyed it, and that I wanted to do it way more often.
And do you think your partner one day will be someone from the industry most likely, or?
Yeah, I talk about this a lot with my parents because that's the one thing I guess they worry about is like, will you ever find a boyfriend?
Yeah.
But there's so many guys out in the world. I think, you know, one poor bastard's got to marry me.
I don't know there's too many guys in the world who'd want to give you a kiss after 1,000 dudes. But maybe I just don't know who they are. And I know dudes who've dated women who do prawn before. But 1,000 guys?
An ex-worker is going to do more than that in her lifetime.
Yeah, but how you do it matters. It's one thing if you tell me, you know, over the course of my many, it's still crazy. But if I find out there's a poster with, hey, 1,000 dudes and everyone from the neighborhood's coming to get a turn, that's a bit different. Hey, listen, and I saw a lot of people ragging on this shit, talking about, oh, look at the West, look at the West. Guess what? In the East, there's people who have to do this shit for free.
Yo.
There's people who have to do this shit for free in the East. There's people who it's mandatory.
And more places than you think. So let's not play the blame game.
Yeah.
Because like my father said, whenever you're pointing at one finger at someone, there's always three fingers pointing at you. In your country, it's happening. Okay? Listen, at least she's doing that willingly.
Listen, in the West, it's out in the open. In the East, it's shh.
Yeah.
But the things that you will find in some of these countries, so I don't want to hear none of that shit. All right?
Thank you.
A lot of people from outside, your country got some fucking sickness. And if we started covering it, you would complain. Don't talk shit about my... Yeah, exactly. Then don't talk no shit either, okay? They would. How dare you talk about India? How dare you talk about that? Shut your ass up. Because if we took time to cover the kind of nastiness that goes on in some of these places, y'all would be shocked. Yeah, there's some documentaries that I done seen about clergymen and how much access they got to kids and how everybody knows. Don't play with me.
And they've been known for years. And then after that, it's just because it's out there in the public that you do something about it.
Oh, yeah. I done seen some documentaries about imams in some countries where they push people to marry 10 and 9-year-olds. And everybody knows, and they sell their daughters off. Okay? There's some fucking sick shit.
You're not better than those.
So I don't want to hear none of this grandstanding.
It's not the West.
Yeah.
It's not the West.
Oh, you don't like it? Oh, does that bother you what I just said? Well, guess what? You've been talking shit about other countries this whole time for your keyboard. Yep. Shut your ass up.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
Stop.
And I lived in these countries, so I've seen my own eyes. So that's why I'm always confused when I get online. Everyone's like, oh, the West has fallen. The West is this. It's like, bro, it's called the world.
Yes.
There is no place on this planet you can go to where you won't find this fucking sick shit. Everybody wants to make money, and people are just desperate for it. It's just that some people are not allowed to talk about it openly. Now, you might think it's a virtue to have to do everything in hush-hush. Not me personally.
Yeah, it's not.
There's a lot of things to criticize about what this lady did, but the fact that it's publicized ain't one of them to me. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below.